Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about fire cupping, and I'm going to explain to you the benefits of weak cupping, medium cupping, and strong cupping. So weak or light or tonifying or stimulating chi would be used on an individual. Let's say we'll pick a grandparent who maybe is tired, fatigued, sleeps often, falls asleep in their chair. They don't have a lot of excess energy running through them. So if you're going to cup them, let's say they have a back problem, you would want to make sure you do weak or light cupping. What that's going to do is it's going to nourish the muscle, it's going to nourish the chi, it's going to nourish the blood, but it will not take anything from them because they're already deficient or tired. And I'll demonstrate this in a minute. Medium cupping is good for tonifying, and that you can do 30 minutes or less, but not really any longer. It tonifies the blood and chi, very different than up here. And it is a firmer section. This could be used on someone who's maybe athletic, anyone who maybe has a cough, a heavy cough, or just maybe they're a construction worker and they have a lot of muscle, shoulder, back pain. We need to move that chi and blood to get the pain out of there. Strong cupping is especially for draining. Now that would be someone such as a swimmer. We've seen it in the Olympics where they have this repetitive motion and they've built up hypertonic tissue or tissue that feels knotted and tight, and it's very agitating, very painful. We would want to drain that. What we're doing really is manipulating the chi and blood to really put some new fresh oxygenated blood in the tissue so it's not as tight, not as knotted. You definitely would never use strong cupping on the face, the stomach, the abdomen, or if anyone's pregnant. Pregnancy, definitely you would have to be extremely careful. The benefits of strong cupping is B syndrome. So in traditional Chinese medicine, that could mean joint pain around the knees, it could mean joint pain around the hips, around the low back, up and down the spine, or if they have stasis, stasis also means pain, stagnation. So I'm going to go ahead and do 3 types of cupping. I'm going to do light, medium, and strong. And what you're going to notice is for the weak cupping, it's not going to be put on my skin heavy. So you're not going to see a lot of skin pull up. Medium, you'll see a little bit of skin, and heavy, you're going to see a lot of skin pulled up in the cup. And sometimes it's not that easy to get a light suction, so I will show you when you put the cup on how you use your finger around the tissue, and you'll usually hear like a little vapor leak, and that's how you create a light suction. So I'm going to show you on my thigh because I don't have a client today. And you definitely do not want to do this at home. If you're not licensed to do cupping, if you're not a licensed acupuncturist or you've not been trained in cupping, this is definitely something you do not want to try at home because I'm actually using alcohol and fire. So it's really as educational purposes for someone who has the experience and is just trying to enhance their knowledge. So my first cup that I'm going to do, you want to make sure everything around this edge is smooth and soft. The whole thing is heavy cupping, you would leave that fire in there for a while, but for light cupping, it's definitely in and just out. Sorry, that went out. Let's try it one more time. So you're not going to leave this fire in there very long, just enough. And then this one, maybe a second or 2 more. And usually you should keep it low to the skin. And then heavy cupping. When you talk too much, it goes out, and really you don't want to talk as you're cupping it all. So you blow that out. I always have this on foil, but you might have to go lower. This is heavy. I want this medium. So I'm going to let a little air out. And this one I want light. That's way too strong, and I weakened it too much. So let me just get it back on there. Light is pretty much light. It will easily come off. It's a little too heavy even. So hopefully this is a darker looking, it's pulled it up, really pulled up the tissue up in it. This is pulled on, but it's not as tight. This one won't really go anywhere This one could go into sliding cupping, and this one already came off with movement, but pretty much you're not pulling a lot of skin there. What you're doing is just really pulling in new fresh blood to really nourish the channel for the person who's deficient. This is for someone who's stronger, and then you could do sliding cupping, and that pulls a lot of chi in. And this one, if you're going to slide it, you really have to let some of that chi out in order to move it, and then you would slide. So this is your cupping again. Weak cupping is for someone who's very fatigued, very tired, but they're so fatigued and tired, you've got to give them a little bit of energy. And the best place to do this for someone like that would be on the sides of the spine. You wouldn't actually do the spine, but maybe you would take it 3 fingers, it's called 3 soon, on each side of the spine, and you could just slide it like this, maybe for a good 5 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week. What that will do is enhance their energy level. Medium cupping is to move the chi and blood and really help people feel more alive. Strong cupping is to drain. So these are really for like your athletes. These are people who, or someone such as myself, I have really strong muscles. Maybe you walk, maybe you work out and you get knots. Strong cupping would be great for them. So if you have any questions, please leave a message below. And thank you again for watching my channel. Please like.